Hello, good afternoon. How you guys doing today? My name is Aaron Reynolds, and today I'm going to be playing a game called Fantasy Zone. I know that this game doesn't really begin or end with the first letter of my name or my last name, but after browsing through the games for a while, I couldn't really find one that was interesting or that I would enjoy playing, really. But after browsing for a while, I came across this one, and just from seeing the display of it and the how colorful it is, it really attracted my attention. So I gave it a try, and I ended up really liking it, even though it did take me a while to figure out how it did work and how to work with the controls and stuff like that. But thankfully, you can customize it to your liking, which is something I really, needed. But anyways, let's keep it going. I was actually able to find both the company and the designer of the game, the company being Sega Enterprises and the designer being Yoji Oshi, which upon doing other research, he had also helped in designing and even producing many other games that some people might find familiar, but that depends from person to person. Um, a game I think might be similar to this one is actually Sonic the Hedgehog because they're both side view games where the player has to defeat some sort of enemy, which is what actually helped me make some sort of connection between both games because I've never really played many games like this, so it wasn't that easy to make a connection between both. But anyways, moving on, enough about, comparing games. Let's go back to Fantasy Zone. Essentially, what you as a player are trying to achieve here is collect all, if not most, of the coins in order to defeat the evil minions, which are trying to take over the planets, and you're like, getting your planets back, recovering the solar system, and doing all of that. At the end of each game, there's this large enemy that has to be defeated in order to move on to the next world you have to save, which is something I still have yet to reach, but it is something I did find while doing a little bit of research. Now, let's move on to some dislikes and some likes about this game. So, first of all, let's talk about the likes. Again, what really attracted me to this game was how they had it displayed in the little thing where all the games, are being presented to you and whatever. I really like the pop of colors, the green against the pinks, the yellows. I think I saw some oranges somewhere in there, right there. Um, the reds. I just like the differentiation and problem and sorry, colors, the contrast. I like all of that. That's something that's like a main part um in really choosing games for me. But let's see. There isn't something I necessarily dislike about it. Maybe just something I would change, which is I wish maybe there were some kind of perks that you get as you go higher up in the level or as you're progressing towards getting to that big boss. Um, but again, while doing a little bit of research, I found out that that is a thing that does exist in the game. Just since I'm new at it, I don't necessarily know about know about it or where exactly you can find these perks, booths, or whatever. But based upon the research, I found out that you can go somewhere in this map. You're gonna find maybe like a little shop, you could say, where you can upgrade your little spaceship vehicle type thing. You could upgrade weapons. I'm not sure. Sorry, if it's temporary or if it's like a permanent one, or if it resets each level. So that would be something I'd have to dig into a little bit more later on. Something else I noticed isn't something that necessarily bothers me, but sometimes when shooting out like this, the bullets tend to go right through the creatures, which I don't know if it might be part of the game or if it's a little error in the game, a little glitch or something. But again, it's not really something that really bothered me while playing the game. It's just something I noticed. I just do know that it might bother some other players, which is something that is worth keeping in mind if you wanted to play or even just try out the game for a couple of minutes or even if you get hooked on it. It's just something to keep in mind. Something I may have forgotten to mention is you do get 3 lives per round, and after that you do have to reset and start all over again. But other than that, that's it for the game. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a good and a awesome day.